Welcome to the Ben Daniel podcast where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Awful announcing. One of these newer media companies that are trying to pass themselves off as credible, trying to make it mainstream, if you will. And in today's day and age, how do you make mainstream? How do you be credible sports news? You make things up. You gaslight the people. You write nonsense in your articles to drive as much traffic and eyeballs as you possibly can. And congratulations, you have gotten my eyeballs. Well done to you. Well done to you. So I'm scrolling through the streets. Whoop, 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 whoop. First thing I see, bad juju. Sports media's lack of coverage for Juju Watkins is inexplicable. Inexplicable. I click on the article. After Caitlin Clark's historic college career, sports media seemed poised to pounce on women's basketball coverage this year. But the failure to celebrate Juju Watkins tells another story. Oh, the failure to celebrate Juju Watkins. Oh, the failure. Oh, the horror. Oh, no. So you read the article, you read garbage after garbage after garbage after garbage, and we get to Caitlin Clark versus Juju Watkins isn't a competition. It's a call to do better. Let's take a look, shall we? There's no shortage of talent and star power. Excuse me. To be clear, comparing Watkins to Clark isn't about pitting two successful women against each other. Women in the public eye get enough of that treatment already. But the discrepancy in coverage between the two is both stark and telling. Clark deserved her flowers last season, and Watkins is more than poised to reach the same heights Clark did. And Watkins might even exceed Clark's success if USC can win a national championship before Watkins' career ends. The conversation isn't even about Watkins' endless potential. Her present talent and general appeal are obvious. It's equally obvious that sports media still has a lot of work to do when it comes to giving phenomenal female athletes like Juju Watkins the visibility they deserve. And it's not just Juju Watkins that the industry is slighting. Women's basketball is teeming with talent, whether it's double-double queen Anissa Morrow, comeback kid Haley Van Lith, or freshman sharpshooter Michaela Blakes, just to name a few. Oh, she did her research, folks. She did her research. Last year, sports media proved that the industry was capable of providing quality coverage to talented athletes via coverage of Caitlin Clark. This season shows that the industry lacks consistency, and insufficient coverage does everything the sport of women's basketball no favors. There's no shortage of talent and star power in women's hoops, but in the post-Clark women's basketball college era, there is still a glaring shortage of coverage of such talent. It's time that sports media stop treating women's basketball like a passing trend and commit to quality, consistent coverage of the sport and the women that make it great, especially Juju Watkins. Oh, the horror. Cover women's basketball. Cover the sport. Cover Juju. Juju didn't ask for this conversation. She didn't ask for this spotlight. She didn't ask to be constantly compared. Juju Watkins is unfortunately a collateral damage of the pushing narrative that these people want to force upon us. I have no issue with Juju. She's a great player. She is one of the best college athletes right now. Top 1, top 2, top 3. I'm not in the mood to argue about it. Juju Watkins hasn't asked for her to be pushed like this. She goes out, she hoops, she goes home. By the looks of it, she probably sits down, puts her feet up, and she chills. She chills. Look, she chills. What can I say? So, unfortunately, when we get people like that constantly pushing a narrative, we're forced to ask some questions. So, here's my question. Awful announcing. You guys have your own website, right? You guys have your own website where you do your own coverage. So surely you guys have been talking about Juju Watkins this year, right? Surely if I was to go on your website, type in Juju Watkins' name, multiple articles are going to come up, right? March 6th, okay, that's today. December 24th, November 11th, We have 3 Juju Watkins articles in a 5-month span. Awful announcing. What are you talking about that the media? No, you guys don't cover Juju Watkins. You guys don't report on Juju Watkins. You guys don't do your job in calling things straight down the board. If Juju Watkins is having a historic career in your eyes, then don't you think 3 measly articles about Juju Watkins, one of them having to do with ratings and the other one having to do with her docuseries and the other one having to do with the lack of coverage, you have no Juju Watkins basketball article on your website at all. Yet here we are complaining. Here we are whining and gaslighting. You guys, awful announcing, and the I want to be credible media out there. You guys are pathetic. You guys don't practice what you preach. I don't argue about the Juju Watkins coverage. When I watch her play, I do coverage. When she comes across my desk, I do coverage. But I'm not going to complain. I got other things to do. You guys are the ones who are trying to pass yourselves off as something. You guys are the ones that are trying to gaslight the fans into this, that, and the third. You guys are the ones doing that. Juju Watkins has had tons of coverage this year, and I think people are tired of listening to the lies. This is their Twitter. This has to be parody, right? Shout out to Rhodes Rants over there. I assume this is satire, CDS. Unfortunately, this isn't satire. This is real. This is real. This is crazy. That first line is funny. Anything Clark can do, I can do better. Juju can too. No, she can't. And actually winning a championship doesn't mean she exceeds Clark. It's a team accomplishment. Y'all gotta stop with this nonsense. They don't understand. You can't recreate what Clark did. They really don't understand that, do they? This is absurd, and I'm black. Clark got the coverage she did because she was doing something unprecedented. She was chasing the all-time record while averaging 32, 8.9 rebounds per game, 8.9 assists per game, and 6.9 rebounds per game while shooting 46%. Juju is at 24, 3.6, and 6.7, 43% splits. She is not a needle mover because she's not even the best sophomore. April Fool's, seriously, the public is just bet. This is craziness, people. And I'm glad people are speaking out, and I'm glad people are tired of listening to this nonsense, because there's every fan in this thread. In this thread, there are Clark fans in here. There are Angel Reese fans. There are tons of fans in this thread, and they're like, wait, what? What? Juju Watkins has ridiculous endorsements on my TV adverts already, getting spoken by ESPN and NBC like no other, and you're saying she has a lack of media coverage? Hell, it's not even March Madness yet, and this is the woman of the hour. Lever Fever, the journalist, coverage of women's basketball surged during Caitlin Clark's historic Iowa career, and sports media seemed ready to finally give the sports the fanfare it deserved, but the lack of hype for Juju Watkins this season tells another story. My latest for awful announcing. You mean, what lack of hype? The lack of hype that your own company has failed to... Who's tying your hands behind your... Why can't you write more articles? Who's got you handcuffed? Who's got you locked in a basement? Who's got you tied? Somebody call 911 and try to find out where this woman is. She's locked up. She's chained up. She only gets let out once every 5 months to write a Juju Watkins article, and it has nothing to do with basketball. Somebody needs to find her whereabouts. CDS, yeah, respectfully, this is nonsense. Juju is everywhere. Can't get away from her if we tried. She was everywhere her freshman year. This is simply untrue. This is a ridiculous position. I've seen social media articles, ads, billboards, etc. Clickbait journalism should be ashamed of yourself. This is what they're doing in the media, folks. This is no different than what ESPN's doing. This is just I'm on the way to be credible sports outlet. Being on the way to be credible, these guys have, what are they? 360,000 followers on Twitter? Look at that. 360,000 followers. I do not follow them, by the way. I don't follow satire. God damn. God damn. Oh, but I follow them on my other account. There you go. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I appreciate all of the support. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. We'll see you next time, and as always, take it easy.